And okay, and would you believe I can't find here we are, my own agenda. That's embarrassing. Okay, so the first, I'm officially calling the meeting to order. It's 7:07. Okay, and we first half hour is going to be topics that we haven't completed, although I think we're close to it on several. I'm going to start with the hands-free mic and bring us up to date.
Yeah, so I believe that we purchased the mic and that we sent it to Russ because neither Maria and I were going to be at that last meeting. I know in May. So as far as I know, it went to Russ and he should have brought it to you know, to the planning field. So it's probably in the cabinet.
Okay, because this speaker, I doubt she would have wanted it anyway. She was very old-fashioned, but not a big technology person. But okay, I personally would love to have it. I have a heart, as I said to
Yeah,
you.
so it should be in the in our cabinet where the laptop and everything else is. I don't know for sure because I wasn't there.
No, okay, but we'll check with Russ.
Mhm.
The other thing that was also in the minutes is that we talked about a projection system. Was anything done on
Okay, yeah, we're still working on that. That's a little bit more involved. So we have to check measurements of cables and how long cable we need and I reached out to a couple like more audio visual people than myself. Um, so that's still kind of in the works.
Oh,
We really need to figure out exactly how many feet it is from like the table to where the projector is. So we need to know how long that USB cable needs to be.
oh, okay. We can, of course, reposition the table if that's a problem, as long
Yeah,
as
well, I mean, the
closer.
cable has to go from wherever the person is demonstrating to the laptop to be then
Oh,
projected
to
on the
the
screen.
low.
So we
Okay.
do need, to know if it's 15 feet, 20 feet,
Oh,
20,
okay. So we
because that's
should
gonna affect
measure.
the price of the unit.
Okay, so we will. It sounds like I'm using English. What on earth did that just pop up for? Okay, the mysteries of computers that appeared on my screen. Okay, thank you. So
Was
next
that
meeting
a
we'll
question?
do actual
I,
physical.
I have I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
My hand is up. Do we have
Oh,
any
I didn't say. Oh, yeah. You know
not a
what?
problem, not a problem. Do we have any in our group a technical person that is able to connect? I was talking to someone there. They tell me that you have to have certain type of connection and certain in order to have a hands-free mic. There's a
We
bunch of
took
other
care of
little,
we're not talking about, we have the hands-free mic already. We ordered it.
yeah, but
But
I'm
this
talking
is,
about the
this is a
connection.
different piece of equipment that we're trying to get some type of audio visual system that will, like if somebody's demonstrating on the table at the front,
Uh,
say they're making a flower arrangement, okay, that will film them making their arrangement, broadcast it, or send the feed to the laptop, which will project it on the screen so that people in the back row can see what's going on.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I
Yeah.
think the issue of the handheld they've considered Anne,
Yeah,
Debbie, and Russ are all pretty,
yeah, we took care of the
on top
hands-free
of
mic
things.
already.
Yeah.
We took care of that.
Okay, the next thing, I am personally puzzled, embarrassed, and don't know what's going on about the butterfly garden. I left two voice messages and I think two emails for Mike Ahern, who is the assistant director of planting fields, about possibly putting in a butterfly garden at planting fields. I was never responded to. I had previously had a wonderful conversation with him about our putting the tree or shrub. So I don't, it's not that there's a conflict. I don't know if they just don't like the idea or aren't sure. So rather than trying yet again, I thought since Vincent Simeone is our next speaker, I'll just lasso him and
There you
ask,
go. Tackle
all
them at the
right?
meeting.
Yeah, because we do want to do this, and if we can't do it in planting fields, Carlos, is it too late to consider the park in Glen Cove?
We have to start. It's never too late. The park is still available and everything is
Yeah.
there. The
Okay,
only issue that I find is, that it's kind of far away for everyone.
well, that is true. That's why we
And
thought.
the watering
Fields.
part, the
Yeah,
watering
Yeah, the
part.
watering part.
yeah,
Yeah, those two things are kind of there.
yeah.
But
So,
it's not late. We have to just start.
okay,
If
yes,
you want to, if you
so,
want to do it here, if you want to do it.
yeah, oh, absolutely. So on the 22nd, we'll get a definite yes or no from Vinny. And then
Great.
we'll
Get
put
get your hand up.
together, what's, I'm sorry, Carlos, didn't hear
No,
you.
no, Margie, you want to put your little hand up?
I have my big hand up.
I'm sorry, I haven't been scanning. I'm
I'm sorry,
I'm
but I saw.
officially on. Okay, Marge, yes.
Yeah, so I'm not clear. Is it either or? My understanding was last meeting, we thought we could do both.
No,
Glen
I
Cove
wanted to
and
make,
the,
I wasn't sure I saw that in your minutes, and I put that as a possible correction because I think it was one or the other. If I said otherwise, possibly, but I don't know that that's a great idea, so I think
okay,
I
so
don't know, yeah,
the priority is to do at Planting Fields
that's right, for
and not Glen
convenience
Cove.
and availability for everybody, for the
So is
public.
Glen Cove off the table?
No, if we can't do planting fields, we will consider Glen Cove and start thinking very hard about other possibilities as well, is what I
Okay.
think.
All
Sound
right,
good to
so, but
people?
Planting Fields is the
Top-
one you
Yes.
want to do.
Right.
Yeah, I had gotten that mixed up, I guess.
No, that's okay, do lots of back and forth. And the other thing was that, yes, we do have approval to put in the tree or shrub. And we need to get our act together and start planning for that, which calls for people making decisions about what to do, how much to spend, and hi, Patty.
Sorry, I was having trouble getting in. Sorry.
Good to see you.
You're in.
We're going through the top priority topics and
Okay.
Ronnie, yeah, there's somebody that's on the 516-993 number.
yeah, I
Who
have,
That's me.
Who's
Hi, Eileen.
who
It's
is it?
Eileen.
Eileen?
Landers.
Hi, Eileen.
Oh, Eileen, okay.
Yeah, okay, Eileen.
I couldn't get on my computer.
Oh, that's
I don't
odd.
know why. I
Did you
used to be able
try?
to go to Zoom and it'd open and I would put the stuff in and I would be on Zoom,
Do
but it
you?
wouldn't let me, so I went to the phone.
Oh, and the phone won't let you do an image?
No.
No,
She's
Oh,
calling.
I don't have an image, no.
Well, she called it in instead of, there's a number
Okay.
you can call, or you can just,
Okay,
You
we're
can just-
glad you're here, Eileen, and anything you have to say, speak up because I won't see a hand or anything. Okay,
Okay.
so now can we just proceed with that? Would anybody like to, Carlos? I
Yes.
see.
We have to find out what exactly are we going to plant. Is it going to be a tree? Is it going to be a bush? So
Yeah.
exactly what it is. And then from there, we could figure it out how much it's going to cost, what's going to do this and this and this and that. And if
Yeah.
they are allowed to do that, and where is it going to be? Is it going to be in
Yeah.
front of our place? All these little details.
Right. Well, we did say in front, we did discuss some possibilities, and as long as we have Vinny lassoed, we'll ask if they can work with us, what they recommend that grows well in their area. So at this point, I would just like to have some people willing to work on that.
I
Okay.
just have a question. Do you want to just say, hey, this is the dollar amount and then let them make the decision on what the plan is?
That's all right with me. Do we want to decide on an amount? I think somebody should do a little research first on how much a
Yeah.
decent sized plant costs. Don't forget Planting Field may be able to do wholesale prices for things like that,
Sure. Yes, that's true.
So all I'm asking for now is somebody willing to work on this. Anyone?
I help.
Okay, Carlos, good.
I dig the hole. I dig the hole.
You'll dig, you'll dig the hole, is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. I'm willing to work on it too. Would anybody else be available? People are good.
Come on, planters.
Oh, well,
I'd love to help you, but I can just about do my own garden now because of my
Okay,
arm.
That's
So I
totally
have to back off this
understood.
year.
Yeah, hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, Ronnie, sorry, I only do container plants, so I have no idea about trees.
So this is only thinking and talking, but okay, look,
But I mean, you're not gonna actually dig it, isn't Plant
no,
Fields gonna dig
Oh.
it?
I
So
would
you're not
bet
talking
they
about
would.
digging.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
Carl.
there goes my job.
Yeah,
No,
because
I
I'd be
think
willing to
this is
dig, but I don't
planning.
know anything about trees
No, but
and shrubs.
understood, understood. Everybody think about it. Send me an email if you would like to be part of it. Otherwise, we'll ask at the meeting, which I can always do. It's a good thing for other members to get
Yeah.
involved in. So that's where that stands for now. Moving on.
Margaret wanted to say something.
I don't know how to find that yellow hand.
Yeah, I can't
Oh,
find
I'm
it.
Oh, it's
Or is it the
under,
button? Is it in it's on
Reaction.
reactions.
It
Do
says
you,
yeah.
Reactions?
The little
Look
Can
at
you
heart.
click on
Does react.
reactions?
but I don't know how to do it. It's not
Click on the heart.
Yeah,
click
just
on
click on the
React,
little heart and it'll say
Oh, and
raise
then it
hand.
says raise hand. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Mine
and that's
doesn't
it.
do that. Oh,
Okay, great. But Marge, did you want to say something?
Yes. So when you say work on it, I'm not clear what you mean by that. What is the role of the people who are working on this?
Oh, to
What
What do you have to do?
research potential plans, figure out which look best, how much they would cost, and then coordinate with planting fields on their advice and how we could work together. That's basically, as I see it, the job.
Oh, because it was mentioned that planting fields might have a suggestion as to
Right.
what plant they would,
Yeah.
prefer.
Exactly. So
correct.
I think that should be closely coordinated with them, and we could again talk with Vinny on the 22nd.
So maybe that should happen first,
That's
Yeah.
right. I agree.
rather than spending a lot of time looking up everything and then they're going to say, oh no, this is the ideal plant for this location and we can get
Yeah,
it for
I
you
agree
wholesale.
with you. I
Right.
agree.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Absolutely.
thinking,
I
like,
agree.
just
That's a
come up
good
with a dollar
starting
amount,
point.
give it to them and let them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, actually, yeah, but then there is the question of them getting a discount. So, I mean, it's, what is it, 3 weeks away. So I think it's true that we could start with talking to Vinny. I think he would appreciate
Yes.
that anyway, that we're looking for their advice.
We could do the dollar amount by email.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little preliminary research, sure. And,
No, I mean, after you talk to Vinny,
oh,
if he says thus, and thus,
Right.
okay.
then he could say, well, you could get this kind of tree for $300. You can get this kind of shrub for
Right.
$150.
Okay, and then we
Then we
say,
can do
yeah.
the voting by email.
Oh,
So
I
we
see.
wouldn't have to wait for the next
Exactly.
meeting,
Mhm.
which would be
Right.
September.
Good to me. Okay, so good. I think we're on top
Sounds
of
like a good plan, Marge.
yes.
Yes, Martin, you put your hand down.
just
She is
confused.
Marge
my hand
is
down?
an organizational whiz.
Lower hand.
Joanne.
I'm a little confused. First of all, excuse me, I don't remember us discussing a butterfly garden, but then again, who knows?
You were
But
in Florida.
It's in the minutes. It should be in the
oh, okay.
minutes.
That's in a
Wasn't
minute.
I part of didn't I go to the board meetings? But anyway, it's
No,
Yes, you did.
well, whatever,
I don't
Joanne.
remember this at all. Are we doing two things? Arbor Day, shrub,
Yes,
Yes,
and the butterfly
separate.
garden?
yes.
Yes, two entirely separate things.
And how much should we budget for that?
Well,
Yeah.
Joanne,
Do
I
we-
think that the first step is to find out where we can do it. And then
Put a
proceed.
number to it.
Yeah,
Why would we do two things? Arbor Day, we're giving a tree, and we're also doing this. Okay, I just want to make sure. I thought it was the same thing, but it's
no,
not.
they're very different because everybody was inspired when Ellen Frederico spoke to us about the
Oh, okay. I wasn't
butterflies.
at that
And
meeting.
Carlos and Catherine found that a local park in Glen Cove would encourage us. We're pleased with the idea of having a garden there. But then it was suggested that for location, planting fields would be a better, more accessible
Right. Okay. That I
area. And
understand.
then,
Okay.
and so we need permission from them as a starting point. So we're
Okay,
at.
because I have, there's certain tree. Well, I'm sure you know that, butterfly bushes. There's certain trees. I have a butterfly and bird garden. That's how I design my garden. So there's
Well,
certain things, but I guess it depends on where and
Well,
what.
you need nectar,
Yeah.
plants and you need
Right.
host plants. So
yeah,
they're
I
mostly
think-
talking about host
Yeah.
plants.
Okay, I just am going to say one more thing and then I think we should move on. But Joanne, I think you've just dangerously volunteered yourself to work on this.
No,
Sorry.
I'm doing too many things
Okay, all
already.
right. Okay, just
I'm
before-
already
Okay,
spread
okay.
thin. I'm sorry.
okay.
We have 10 minutes.
Yes, I know. So I'm just going to say that Ellen Frederico has volunteered to work with us. Whatever
Okay.
we do, she's going to give us tremendous help. Okay, there are just a couple more things. One is book donations. Diane Garvey's husband, Jim, has donated many of her book. Oh, Marge, did you have
I'm
something?
sorry, I had to step away for a minute. Ellen Frederico is doing what?
She would help us with the butterfly garden as we proceed. She's the expert who spoke to us and
Oh,
has
okay.
already said she would be very happy to work with us in any way and sent a lot of
I,
information.
I had to
can I
go.
answer?
My cat caught something, a little bird, and brought it to my doorstep as a gift.
Oh,
So I just had to go and take it
dear.
away from her because
Yeah,
she
she
eats them. Yeah, she eats them.
Okay.
I am
Nature,
I am
red and tooth and claw. Yep.
Can
Okay.
I interrupt for a minute?
yes.
Yes, Eileen.
Planting Fields has a list of acceptable trees when people want to commemorate a life or something like that. So when you go to buy something, they give you, you choose. So, things that grow pretty well or wherever they're going to put them, whatever. But they're used to this.
Well, that's great, Eileen. Is that
That's
something
good.
you could send us a link to?
No, it's just a general Planting Fields link.
Oh, okay.
I never bought a tree for anybody. So, but I was there one time when somebody was, and that's what they were looking at the list
Okay. Well,
and
that's
getting some
great.
suggestions.
Good. It's a great
You can't put a
resource.
palm tree in.
No, we're not going to. Okay, our timekeeper is reminding us the book donations. So Jim Garvey gave us many. I took them home because I want to, just see what they are. And another member, Shani Frank, has said she has books to donate, and she and I will meet up and I'll get them. And I don't know, there may be others. I am keeping the ones that are from Carolyn because I think we're still should think about a little basket of reference books, but that can be for another time. The big question that I brought up at the last meeting was, since we have all these garden books, would it be a good idea to have a plant sale as another fundraiser? We
Book
could
sale?
price them
In a
very
book sale.
yes, book sale. We could price them very inexpensively. I think people would really enjoy that, and I wanted your opinion. So any comments? And then I'm going to propose it for a vote.
Good idea.
I think
Yeah.
it's a good
I
idea.
think it's a good idea.
Good.
Good
I-
fundraiser.
Okay, then my next, okay, so all right, Marge, you're our parliamentarian. Shall we take a vote with somebody? Okay.
I didn't
have-
hear the motion.
No,
You have
I'm
to make a
making it
motion.
right now. I'm making the motion.
Ronnie?
I
Okay.
second it.
I didn't make it yet, whoever said it. My motion is that we take the books that were donated, the garden books, and conduct a
Book sale, a
God,
book
I'm
sale.
tired. A book sale as a fundraiser. Anyone second
I'll
that?
second it.
I second. Oh,
Okay, and
Who was the first second?
Ann Wetzel.
Was Ann?
Yep.
And how many in favor?
I,
I am.
Okay, Eileen, that was a yes. It looks like it's unanimous here. Okay,
Hmm.
so my next question is, should it be at the June meeting?
If you can
I
organize
can't,
it,
I don't,
Jen.
I mean,
I
I
will
haven't done
organize it. I've got
the
the
newsletter
book.
yet, but
Okay, one at a time, please. Hands up.
I haven't finished the newsletter yet. And unless you're gonna get it to me like imminently, I would say do it in September.
Okay, I can always do a blast, Dan.
Okay.
I can always do a MailChimp blast. What do other people think about that?
I
Could,
think the sooner the
Marge, I
better.
see your hand is up.
Yeah, I think the sooner the better too.
Sooner the
And it's
better.
also graduation time, fathers, all
Oh,
different
Joe.
times to give built books out as gifts if they want.
Okay, and Marge was your hand? Thank you, Joanne.
Yes, I agree that we should do it now because people are all into their gardens now over the summer.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So maybe there would be some interest, and if you
Yes.
don't sell them all, you could bring it back another time.
Good.
Yep.
And since they are in various places around my house, I definitely vote for the sooner the better. Okay. Now, all right, and I can do that. I can do a blast. Now, my concern, Marge, uh, is that you are doing, I believe, a greenery boutique.
Yes, I could do
It,
that, yes.
it wouldn't be too much, do you think, to have these two things going on? I don't think it's
No.
huge, and they're very different. Do people agree with that?
Well, you
Yeah.
also have
Yes.
the plant markers too.
Okay. All right. So we agreed that I'll work on that because I like doing those things and I have the books. So, okay, very good. Moving right along.
5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. What, Carlos? 1 minute.
5 minutes. Five.
I am borrowing can I borrow 5 minutes from the third
You
segment,
could have five
which is
minutes.
much
Yes.
shorter. Okay. Um, Local trips. I am thrilled to say that Courtney and Tony have agreed to work with me on organizing trips. They both have long lists of ideas. Courtney said she has a lot of experience in actually arranging buses and whatnot and entries and all of that. They both have a ton of ideas and the primary ones coordinate with our last speaker because there were quite a few the North Shore Gold Coast sites that would be interesting. And I have printed out and will bring next time talk about timely. The New York Times had an article a few days ago called Touring the Gold Coast Mansions That Inspired the Great Gatsby. They must have had a reporter in the back of our room because amazing right after that this article came out, so I'll bring it. So I just wanted you to know that. I don't think there's anything to discuss. And I know, Joanne, you are working on the idea of going to the Little Island in the fall, right?
Yeah, I
Highlight.
signed up for that.
Okay, good, good.
And we have
I'm
speak-
sorry, What-
Hands,
what
hands.
did you say?
Was
What did
that
you say?
Eileen?
I can't put my hands up because you can't see it.
I know, Eileen, so
what
I'm
is-
asking you. What did you say?
What is Joanne working on?
Well, we're going to have a speaker, one of the people who designed the little island in Manhattan, which I've never seen. And Joanne is working on organizing. Joanne, would it be like carpooling? Yeah,
Yeah,
Joanne.
let me.
The Hampton Jitney tour. I signed up for the Hampton Jitney.
No, it's not the
It's
You could
different.
do the Hampton Jitney, and they do have it with, the
Because Priscilla mentioned it at a meeting.
yeah, they're doing it through the Bayard Cutting Arboretum is going there too. We can, but you just meet in Manhattan. You just take the Long Island Railroad and meet in Penn Station. I've done this before with the High Line a few years ago. We had speakers at a meeting and they invited us and we all chipped in $10. We had wonderful docents. We went the whole line of the High Line. They explained really into detail. It was a great trip. It was a great thing. It was really nice. So we're having the speaker already in September. So I'll just plan. I was going to do this no frills, basically, just meeting Penn Station at a certain time. Everyone going the Long Island Railroad, and it's only a couple of blocks over. But I would
Well,
like to walk
Yeah, Carlos.
on the high. Let me finish. I'd like to walk the High Line to Little Island. It's not very long, so you really have to be in good shape, know how, could walk a little bit.
No, no. Uh,
Where is Little Island?
It's on, I think like 16th Street or something.
and the water.
Yeah, it's right on, you
Yes.
get to it right off of the High Line.
Yeah.
It's on
Okay.
the,
Yeah.
what coast is it on? I forget.
So we'll work on that. Okay,
I-
that is for the
Okay.
fall. So that we have a little time to talk about that. Carlos, has your hand up because of time?
The suggestion is that I think it's better. Train is good. I've been in there. I know what it is. And we have, if we want to have a lot of people to come and a few decent crowd, I think the train is going to be hectic for many people.
Well, okay, I think we need to work on that. Let's
Yes,
hold
yes.
on to
That's
all our
that's my.
ideas. But
We
this
do
is
the
for
bus trip, but I think it's before the speaker. I'm not quite sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's,
well,
So it's going to be after we speak, and if people wanted to take a bus, they could do that, but that's a whole other situation. That's to the Hampton Jitney.
And that's expensive. Where the railroad is just the railroad.
I'm sorry,
I said a bus.
14. It's I think $14.
I don't know. It just seems like the buses have
What?
gotten very
I think well,
expensive.
how
yeah,
much is it, Ann? Like it's like
I-
120.
yeah, I think it was like $135. I'd rather take a bus. I don't want to deal with this.
look, I know, this it has to be worked out, but we also want to move forward. Could we
Okay.
do some of this by email?
Sure.
Getting the ideas
Okay.
down?
That it's August 4th. They include both the High Line and the Little Island. And I think it was like $135. And it's great because it's 3 pickups. So at the park and rides, and you don't have to deal with the city at all.
However, the closest park, the most west, is the one in Huntington. So if anybody lives further west, they have to drive to Huntington to go west. Just so
Well,
you
you
know.
can carpool, but yeah.
Well, you're out east.
Exit
and
49.
There's one right here by me. It's like,
I know that, but there's a lot of people in the club that live western Nassau County.
Or maybe we
What
can,
about Christopher? What about Christopher Morley Park? That used to be the further west. The
Hampton
bus
Jitney
would pick
doesn't.
up.
Hampton Jitney doesn't go there.
3 minutes.
no.
Oh,
three-
okay, that solves that problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
there's
can we
3 spots
really-
in the closest, the furthest
We'll figure
west
it out.
one in
We'll
Huntington.
figure it
Ladies and gentlemen, can we move ahead? Because
Yes.
that is something
Yes.
we can deal with back and forth, please, okay? My plan sales shout out is just that we did great. We'll hear about it from Maria in her report. And the final thing is the memorial plaque. I really want to finalize that. Pat did the legwork and we just have to make a final decision, vote on it and proceed.
All right. Yeah, I realized I sent you I sent an email with, earlier today. I'm sorry if you didn't get it yet. There are 4 different choices. One is, $64, which is,
Yeah, the second one, I see it.
oh
The
yeah.
burgundy,
Yeah. The
yeah.
burgundy
Well
one
made.
is $64, then the black one's 71, and the walnut is 71. I mean, the burgundy one I think is fine. It's for $64.
Yeah, it's a start.
And then it's 30 cents when you order it, you're able to put on the top, the Long Island horticulture, whatever you want to say on there, perpetual, whatever you want to say. And then when we send 2 names, I think we have 2 names that you want to add immediately. That's only 30 cents a name. And then after that, it's if
$6.
you have to add another name, it's $6. You unscrew it and you send it to DIN and they inscribe it and send it back. We would have to pay for shipping because it's not over $100.
Okay.
So I mean, I think that this is the best
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
plaque if we're going to be using it for a perpetual.
It's a good start. It's a very good start.
But
Yeah.
you need to tell me I mean, if you want me to order it, It'll be ready for September. It's not gonna be ready for June.
That's fine.
And I could work with Ronnie. Ronnie, you have a credit card, right?
Oh,
Maria has the
no,
credit.
actually, I don't. Maria
Oh,
does.
Maria does.
Credit card,
Maria.
no? Yeah, yeah.
Right,
So-
I guess I'll pay for it and you can reimburse me. But
Whatever.
I need to know exactly what you want on the main plaque. Long Island Horticulture Society, what?
Can they engrave the little tree that we have as a logo? No, right?
Mm,
Just the
No,
name.
no,
Yeah.
just put the name on it.
that's
All
all
right,
they,
yeah.
yeah.
Long Island Horticulture Society.
Do you want to call
I
it?
New
see
York.
Marge's hand up.
If
Yeah,
we
just-
pay with our credit card, do we get the charitable organization discount? If you
No,
pay,
you would have to submit the paperwork for that.
Yeah, you have to submit. Do you have
So-
forms for that?
Does that
I,
make
I
a
never-
501c, you have to have a form that you have to fill out.
What
And
is the
submit.
discount?
It just takes the tax off. That's all it takes
I-
off. So honestly, if
we-
it's not a lot, do you have the form?
We have,
$8 on $8 on $100.
so might not be significant to go through the trouble.
No.
Yeah, you have to submit the 501c
Yeah.
forms.
Maria,
we actually have, it's old. We have an exempt organization certification, but it's from 1982.
Oh, God.
ooh,
Now, I don't know, it might still be good, but I found it in the files and maybe it can be used for purchases like that.
If it's only $8.
Honestly, if it's minimal amount, why
It's not
bother?
worth it.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
okay, right,
let's get it. Let's get it.
okay, good, good.
And
And now
I just
Pat,
wanted to
yeah.
tell you that I have.
all right, let me just be sure. All you want on the main plaque is Long Island Horticulture Society. You don't want perpetual or something
In
else?
memoriam, I would say.
be
In
in
memoriam or?
memoriam.
The
Yeah.
service and in memorial, it has to also say service, because it wouldn't,
Mhm.
anybody who died in memorial. So you have to say in
right,
my service or something like
In
that.
For
service?
outstanding service?
Outstanding service, something that warrants somebody to go on the plaque.
Do we like that for outstanding service in memoriam,
I
Carla?
think that if we go into Google and find out patterns that we could find something on those lines that,
Yeah.
that could tell us this is the best thing to do. But yes, of course.
Okay,
Not
did I
just in
see, thank
memoriam.
you.
I think we
Patty,
go
did
to
I see your?
Hey,
Patty?
do-
Well, I was gonna say we could ask ChatGPT.
Is
Yeah,
what?
Ask ChatGPT what it would
yeah.
recommend.
Yes, right now.
Yeah, Joanne?
You want me to ask?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, seriously, seriously.
It's all right. You guys can figure it out.
Well, what do people?
Long-standing
think about?
service, outstanding service.
Long-standing or outstanding, I
Yeah.
don't
I
know.
think it's probably long-standing because that's
Oh,
typically,
okay.
right?
You could be doing service and not be outstanding.
Well,
Yeah, but if
Let's
they're
come up
giving
with some-
service to the
No.
organization, so
yeah,
they're spending their time and giving their service and
Well,
time.
I don't know
to
how
the
many characters, wait a second, I have to check
Let me
to
mute
see.
you and let me.
is who's speaking?
I'm trying to.
Yes, Pat, go ahead.
You know, there's a limit on the number of
Mhm.
characters, which of course I don't really know. So I mean, we can't put like for, you know, let me see if it even says it.
Time is up.
Is, yeah.
We're going
Is
over.
this something, yeah, is this something we can do via email, Pat?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
Pat, would that be all right? Okay, can work on it tomorrow even. Okay,
And if we
thank-
have any ideas, everybody could chime in.
right, exactly.
I could do
But-
the same.
Okay,
But Pat,
Mark,
can I just ask Pat, did it say how many characters, what the limit
Yeah,
is?
I don't know. That's what I'm looking.
Okay,
Because
okay,
that
because
was
if you
something,
send that, then we can, we can decide something through email, but we need,
okay. All right,
yeah.
I'll check that.
okay,
Okay,
thank you.
you.
So that's good. Marge, did you have something?
We need a motion to spend the $65 for this plaque.
Well, we have to, oh, okay, well, yeah, we could do that. Would
I
somebody?
mean, that's what we want, the $65 one and not the
Yes,
$75 one?
64, right, yes.
All right, but it's going to be more than 64 because it's for the plates and the tax and the shipping. So it would have to, I don't know what the shipping is either.
Really only
Well,
need,
you could just say, the 65 or whatever, $64 for the plaque and additional charges for shipping and whatever.
And it's
But
50,
Just so
taxes-
we can, because it's a monetary thing, so if we
Okay,
do our
good.
vote now, then we'll get it off the table, and you could fill in the details later by
Okay.
email.
So
Okay.
you
Fif-
have the word
53 letters.
basically, Marge.
53 letters.
53
Okay.
letters?
Did I
63
make the motion? Okay, I move that we purchase the plaque, the memorial plaque for how much is it? 65?
64.
$64. And in addition, the additional shipping costs and other costs for engraving.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Second
taxes,
that.
additional engraving, taxes and shipping. That
Yeah.
would be,
Okay, engraving, taxes and shipping.
All right, I
Okay.
second that motion. Ronnie,
Okay.
that is.
I will.
Okay, and who is in favor of this? Hands, please. Okay, Barb Ham, oh, Maria isn't there. Maria, do you vote in favor? Okay. And,
She's the bank.
and
Maria's the
Lori,
bank.
no? Levy? Oh, you're voting for it. Okay, and, Eileen, are you voting for it?
Yes,
Okay, so
Yes.
Did
unanimous
Marie
vote.
Ham to raise her hand or is she sleeping?
No,
Marie,
she's not on
Not
screen.
on camera.
Marie Hamp is right there. I see her.
No,
No,
I'm talking
no, no.
about Eileen, that I misspoke
Oh,
about.
did Marie vote?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I
so.
didn't see her.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so we're good for that. And now moving along to committee and secretary reports. Marge sent the minutes. Do people have any corrections or additions or changes of any form? Anyone?
Nope.
No, okay. I had
no.
two very slight typo things, which, good Lord. Okay, here. Kyle, Kyle, it's Keil, just for the
Okay,
correct
yeah,
spelling.
okay.
And yeah, Keil. And I really, when you said we could do both locations for the butterfly gardens, I thought I had said either. I'd like to correct it to either.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about it, so I don't think I would have said.
yeah, I
Who knows
evidently
what I
heard it
said?
wrong. Yeah.
Well, and then under corresponding secretary, Courtney Quinn has two N's at the
Okay,
end of her name. That was it, just little typos. They were fine. Okay. Now, does somebody move to accept the minutes as corrected?
I move.
Okay, Pat Martin, anyone second?
I'll second it. That's Eileen.
Okay, and Barb Ham did. Okay, all in favor of accepting the minutes as presented and corrected?
Aye.
Okay, I don't see
Yes.
again. Eileen said yes, so I would assume Anne would say yes. It passes. It passes. I can't say unanimously because she isn't there, but okay. Now,
Connie, hand up.
what's that? Hand up. Who?
Carlos had a hand up, but.
Oh,
No, it's a thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Oh, okay. All right, corresponding secretary Marge.
Connie.
Connie.
Connie,
Connie.
I really am tired. I apologize for everything I've screwed up and everything I plan to screw up. I apologize in advance. Okay.
They're all
Connie.
minor. They're all minor.
Well,
Yeah.
no murders
You're
lately.
doing very well.
Connie? Is
Just
Connie-
one thing, Connie's having computer issues. So she keeps
Oh,
going on and off. I've
I
sent
was
her
gonna
the
say,
link,
I
but I think
saw
it's
her,
her
so,
computer.
okay, well, we can put that off till she appears. Oh, till she can get on if she can. All right, Treasurer Maria?
Okay, I sent you various reports.
Mhm.
I'll go over each one.
You did.
Did you get, oh, you got your reports? Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right, I'll start with the cash balances. We're in pretty good shape. As you can see, we have 49,000 total, 25,000 in the operating account. The CD is 15,384. Scholarship is 5,707, and the travel is 2,600. So total 49,000. One thing we'll have to discuss, the CD is in with TD Bank. I don't know what the rate is, and it will mature on July 23rd. So I can, when I find out the rate, of course, I can let you know. But it gets complicated if we put it in a different bank, because as Ronnie knows, when she came to the bank, just to get her name on the documents was ridiculous. They really, when it's a business account, they really want a lot of paperwork. So I could find out what the how much it is. And would you like to just leave that amount in? I don't know if you want to take anything out of the operating and put it in CD at this time. But, that's a decision we can make.
Oh, well, when do we need to know by?
Now, July.
July 23rd.
Oh. Would it make a big difference to us in terms
I
of?
don't know. I'll have to see what the interest rate is. It's really not that much. Well, it's good to earn interest, but I will see how much it is. I don't know at all what the interest rate is.
Do you know what it is now, Marie?
Yeah, I don't know. I have to find out.
Oh, okay.
I
See,
could find out and then email everybody what the interest rate is.
that would be great. Yeah. My feeling is keep things simple whenever possible. So unless it would make
Yes.
a big difference. Joanne, yes?
I'm looking at the travel account now. We didn't fund that yet with the trip to Portugal, so that must be left over from prior trips, right?
Right.
I just thought of something, but I think it may be too late. I would have liked to have gotten like little travel bags. What do they call them? Like a little
Tote
bag
bags,
that
tote
had.
bags?
Yeah, I know Angela's did them in the past, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it may be too late.
Oh, too late. It takes
Yeah,
more
I
than
think
3
so,
months.
unless somebody knows a way to get them quicker. I don't know.
Well, I could, so you had sent me the link and I tried to, because you had a specific style in mind.
Oh, yes, I
and
did
I-
do that.
And I couldn't find it. I did look, but I wasn't able to find the style that you were looking for. But I'm wondering if the company that we used for the t-shirts, because they did a nice job on the t-shirts, and they already have the Long Island Horticulture
Logo?
logo because they did the
Oh.
t-shirts. Maybe I could ask them, and I could ask them what the turnaround time is.
That would be great. That would be great. Yeah. Something so, people could have, it's nice to have the tote bag because you,
Mhm.
But I
well,
don't know about the style. Like you had a very specific type of bag, and I couldn't find it. So
I
if
don't
you
know.
if you want to email me the style, and then that you want, and then I can go to them.
I have the old one that we didn't go on the trip on. That's what I was basing it. But maybe I can just take a picture on Google and see, I don't know who sells it or something. You could do that now with Google. You take a
Yeah, I
picture.
know.
Right.
The reverse, yes.
Maybe I'll try that. All right, let me work on it. If you think I'll have to get on that soon, though.
Yeah, okay, Marge.
So the money that's currently in the travel account, was that any of the money that came from the people who were going on the Portugal trip?
None.
No. it's
No.
not-
So
and-
previously, when we went on trips, the cost of the travel bag was included in our cost of the trip. So if you use that travel money to buy the bags for this Portugal trip, those people who are going on the trip are not paying for it. It's the club that is buying them these travel bags. Is that what you want to do?
I don't know. I didn't know how it was done in the past. I have no clue. I would just think that, I don't know.
That's how it was
Do
done.
it that way. There's only 16 of us going, so I can't imagine how much a bag will cost. $25. I don't even know if it's even, how much could it
Well,
cost?
it's
Why don't you ask Barbara Lochner?
Well,
I mean,
what would you
Angela-
ask her?
Because every trip Barbara Lochner went on, which was international, we always got a bag. I
Angela,
don't know where it
Bag,
came
the
from.
cost of the bag was part of the cost of the trip. If you went on that trip,
The cost
part
was
of the cost of the trip was buying that bag. So only the people who went on the trips paid for the bag.
Mhm.
Whereas
What's
if
so
you just
bad about
take money
that?
out of the travel account, it will be the club that is paying for the
Yeah,
bag.
but I don't think we got a bag
Yeah,
for
so
England.
Oh,
we
I-
didn't get a bag for England.
Yeah, okay,
So
wait,
just to-
Patty,
Just
Patty,
just
No,
to
we did-
clarify what Margaret is trying to say is that the cost of the bag was already calculated in the cost of the trip.
most
Whereas,
likely.
whereas in this case, we already paid for the trip and we did not already add on the price of the bag. So I believe that's what Margaret's trying to explain.
yeah, so
I
it's kind of a
understand.
gift from the organization to the
Right.
travelers, yeah. Okay, I saw another hand. Anne, did you have a comment about that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so then, if you guys want travel bags, just calculate what it'll cost and then charge the people that are going on the trip the cost of the bag.
Or give them the
Yeah.
choice, they'd like it. Right?
Maybe there is a minimum amount of
Oh,
bags.
that's true. Well, I think that needs.
Well, you'll have to
looked
find
into.
out.
Yeah, would somebody look into that and then get back? Whose side? Joanne's side.
No, I
Me.
didn't sigh. I'm
I'm
laughing.
sorry.
I'm laughing because you know what? I would just say forget the bag, but it's nice to
Yes. Yeah, so then,
It's too much of a hassle. Just forget it, and next time people have to know to add the price of the bag if they want one.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
okay.
because you
Well,
did the
let's,
trip through a travel agency and not the typical way we do it. You did it a different way.
okay,
All
let's
right,
proceed
next.
with the
Well,
budget.
But I don't
Maria?
believe. Can I correct me if I'm wrong? We didn't get a bag from England, did we?
yes, we did.
Yeah,
Yes, we
believe
did.
You did.
Oh
you
yeah, we did.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
You're
You
right.
did.
It was a different.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Pat,
I just want to say Connie's back on so we can go back.
Sorry
to-
about
good,
that.
thank you. Okay, Marie, do you mind? We're gonna jump back for a
Oh,
moment.
I thought Marie was
Not a
here.
problem. Not a problem.
Are you finished, Marie? I'm
I
sorry.
don't
She's
think
not. We only
no.
Oh, then let me
started.
finish first.
So
Ron.
let's let Marie finish.
Yeah.
Well, is Connie's connection so unpredictable?
No, she's
I
all right.
I was on my old computer and I think
Oh,
it's,
but you're all right now.
that's-
Okay, then
yeah,
after the
I think it's
budget, we'll
okay
get
now.
back to you. Okay, back to Maria.
Okay, then I'll send you an email about the CD. I'll get the rates right now and then you'll have a better understanding of it and then we can decide whether you want to put any more money in the CD or just leave it the way it is.
Hold on, I just lost everybody. Mm. Yeah.
We see you.
Yeah, and we hear
You-
you. We see
Oh.
you and we hear you.
You see, you. Could you hear
Okay.
us?
No, yeah, I'm just getting right back on, I hope. I hit something, never hit anything, the moral of the story is. There you are. Okay. All right, never touch anything. I see hands from Barb and then Marge. Barb?
Barb, you're on mute. You have to unmute. Barb, you're on mute.
Oh, I call her Marie.
Well,
Barb, you have to
that's her
unmute.
official name, but it's Barb.
Hit the button.
Oh, you know what, Barb? I'm
I
gonna
know that, but I forgot.
Marge, and then I'm gonna get back to you. So unmute yourself. Marge?
Trying to remember what I was going to say. In terms of how we go about deciding if we're going to move money out of operations into the CD, you first have to know what your yearly expenses are and what they're projected to be. And then at one time we had a discussion about maybe investing more money in getting speakers. So maybe you want to keep extra money, I don't know how much, in operations so that you can pay more to certain speakers if you wish.
Well,
Right.
I'm very comfortable with that idea.
Maybe we should just leave it the way it
Okay.
is.
And now,
Because once you put in the CD, you're stuck for the whole year. So maybe you
yeah,
just
that's true. It becomes unusable money, right?
So
So we could see how we do in the course of a year, right? Every year
Right,
it comes up,
yes.
right? It's
but
a
I'll tell you
weird-
what the rates are right now, and we'll just know what how much it will be. But on July 23rd, I'll know exactly what the rate is
Okay.
when it renews.
Okay, now, Barb, can you figure out how to unmute yourself? You have to, on the bottom, hit the little microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, got it. Okay.
Okay. Maria, the question is the total income for the greenery was 226 and we only had March and April. Is that
Yes,
correct? Yes.
What was that? Wait,
March,
I'll open the So that would be the next thing I was going to
We
do.
didn't go over the income and expense sheet yet, Bob.
But I'll open it right now and you can ask your question. What was it about the
Greenery Boutique.
yes, it was in May, March, and April.
It was just, okay. And the budget is $700?
Yes, well, let me look at that. Yeah,
No,
that's the other report I compared to the other report.
wait a minute. The Greenery Boutique?
That's estimated earnings, right?
It says 225 budget.
26.
Yeah, it's $700 for the whole year. Mhm.
Yes, okay. Just wanted to verify.
Maybe you
Sure.
should just.
No, it says 700.
Yes, for the whole year. Mhm.
For the whole year. Okay.
Okay, so if I have two different reports. I have one with just the income and expenses for the monthly income and expenses. And the organization has been doing very well. March is when we paid the scholarship. So if you went down to if you just take the scholarship out, you're just down $107. April was down 126, which is basically a break even. But May was a very, very good month. That's when you did the mini plant sales and you made $1,234, which is very, very good. And you sold a ceramic marker, had a donation, and that was very good. At the end of the month, you made a profit of $1,069, which was very good. And overall, over the 5 months, I'm trying to exclude the scholarship because, well, hopefully at some point we can make enough money with the raffles that it's breaks even, but you take it out of what's the money that's already in there. So that's okay. But I put it in here anyway, but without the scholarship over the 5 months, there was a profit of $1,352, which means you had more income than expenses by $1,352, which is very good.
Yay.
And those mini plant sales were really the clincher. That was really excellent.
Yeah. I have to say, I was thrilled and surprised, really surprised. It was
Yes, people
wonderful.
really love them.
They did it. There was such a good spirit of enthusiasm. People really had fun with it, except the people working so hard selling. I mean, it was really hard work for them. Okay, I see two hands. One is Anne.
Yes.
Yeah, so just two things. One, I was gonna say, you've got the Arbor Day thing that you wanna do, you got the butterfly garden thing you wanna do. So maybe we shouldn't be too hasty to move money out of the operating account right now. And then the other thing was voting on the plaque. I know, you wanted to do that, but if there's any expense that's under $200, you don't need board approval.
Oh, okay.
So just moving forward, so you're aware, you
Uh-huh.
don't actually have to put that to a vote.
Oh, well, thank you. That
You're welcome.
no. Okay. We counted you as voting for it anyway to make it.
Well, yeah, no, I did, that's fine. But I just wanted you to know that,
I
it's not
appreciate
necessary.
it,
If something comes up, if it's under $200, you don't need to take it to the board.
You are our procedural pro. I appreciate it. Yes. Okay, now Barb, your hand is up, but is that from before?
That's from before.
Oh,
Okay.
We got 10 minutes.
I'm gonna
okay,
lower my
Maria.
hand.
10 minutes to talk about the budget? Can I?
Okay, the next report I did is I took the January to May total, and then I took the budget and I figured it out with the math to make it a 5-month budget. And it looks pretty good. On some of the items, I took 100% of the budget because it was more relevant. For instance, especially on the expense, I wasn't going to prorate the scholarship. It already took place. And the rent, the insurance, it already was paid for. So I don't need to, I made that the 100%. But everything looks very good. But you went very well. You obviously did very well with the mini plant sale. it was right on budget, which is excellent. You may even do more than budget, which is great because it's only May and you might have some other ones.
Well, the
I
book
don't-
sale, maybe,
Can I
yeah.
say something?
Okay, and let's see what else. The only thing that was really is under what we would like it to be is the raffle, but I don't know how you can. That's a lot of money to want the raffle to be $3,000 to
Yeah.
match the scholarship is a lot of money.
I
But
get,
otherwise, everything else was pretty close.
okay, that's great.
Yeah.
I say that, thank you. Yeah, Joanne?
Yeah, I think the terminology is wrong on here. The mini plan sale was pretty much flat to budget. It wasn't 100% over budget. That would have been
I didn't. That's not what that column means.
It says 100% over.
No, the 100% means that I used the total budget number. So it's the total budget was used 100%. So maybe I know. Sorry if it wasn't clear. Instead of prorating the budget for the mini plan sale over the 5 months, I took the whole $1,200.
Okay, so
100%.
we budgeted 1,200 and we brought in 1,234 basically.
Right. Yes. And
It
then
was pretty much what we expected. Okay. good.
yes.
Okay, good. That's good. All right. Just wanted,
Yeah. Sorry, it was a little bit confusing the way I didn't know how to make
it's
it clear.
okay. It's okay.
Yeah, no, I think it was, I tell you, Marie, I find your budgets very helpful and clear.
Okay. Thank you.
Good to read,
No,
yes.
it's very good.
Yeah,
you.
and I think we're doing well, so that's very,
Yes,
very,
you're doing very, not you, we are doing very well. I mean,
yes, we, exactly, you're part of it.
yes.
Okay, so, all right, thank
If
you
there's any
so
other
much.
questions, otherwise it's pretty much, I think we'll get a better idea like in a couple months when we can do the whole half a year and then see how we're doing.
Yes, okay. Now, I do believe we vote to accept the treasurer's report as presented by Maria.
I so move.
Yes,
Connie?
okay, and so all those in favor?
Wait, second.
Oh, I'm not being procedural, but what?
Who seconded?
Yes, somebody, well, second.
Okay.
All right, now, all in favor of accepting the budget as presented?
Aye.
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 Okay, Eileen, you've said aye?
Joanne?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading the report.
Yes, okay, and Carlos, you're voting?
I
You, aye.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so thank you, it's unanimously accepted, and thank you very much, Maria.
You're welcome.
Okay, membership, Pat.
What about Connie? You want to do Connie?
Oh, back to Connie, thank you. Connie, secretary.
So no big report. I send the thank yous.
Okay.
I've had somebody in the family in the hospital, so I've been kind of,
Oh,
but they'll be taken care of.
okay, I wish them well. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you, Connie. I know you always get letters out in a timely and lovely way, so thank you. Now, Pat Martin,
Membership.
Okay, we have 124 memberships, 146 members. 39 from 2024 have not renewed. I did send out reminders and 9 members renewed as a result of the reminders.
That's
But we
good.
still have 39 outstanding. We have 13 new members between January and June, 13. Most of the members either come from a current member or from Heritage. Heritage Farms is the one that's really bringing in new members. So if we want to make sure something is manned or womaned, that's the way, that's where we should go.
Yes.
I wanted to ask, last year when I removed the members from MailChimp, then others started to renew again because now
Yeah.
they're still getting a free, getting things. So I would say I'll wait through June. And if they do not renew, I will remove them, if you agree, from MailChimp. And I'm glad you said it before, Ronnie, because I was calling it monkey something. I don't know. So at the end of June, I'll remove those 39 non-renewals and we'll see if that will bring them back. We did get maybe about 6 or 7 after I removed them, rejoin. So I think
That
that's
usually does it.
sorry. Ann?
Yes.
I was gonna say that usually does it. Once they get cut off, then they're like emailing me, or they'll be emailing you,
Oh,
or all of a sudden it's a big, how
interesting.
come I'm not getting this, that, or the other
Yeah.
thing?
So if you
Okay.
agree, I will do that at the end of June.
Okay. I agree. Other people,
Yeah.
comments?
Cut them off.
Agree.
Connie has.
I just, are you going to give them a warning? Hey, it's going to end next month if you don't renew to.
No, she's already sent the email, she
I
said.
already sent them a reminder.
Okay, so they know that it'll
Yeah.
disappear.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay,
Cut them
great.
off, because then as soon as that happens, then they're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But it was a
Great.
reminder. It was not like a final, right? It was a reminder. You have to renew.
Yeah, she
But it's
did.
not like as of January, as of whatever, July, you will be removed. I mean, that will make
No,
them.
she already sent the reminder. We
Yeah.
already
Yeah,
did.
but a reminder and a
Oh.
final are different
Once you
things.
cut them off, then it's like, ooh.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
understand.
that's usually what does it.
Funny.
Yeah.
Okay, Pat, what is your, you look,
Well, whatever the board wants me to do, but I have to,
I would just
Send
cut,
email.
and then you'll get them to renew.
Okay,
Why,
whatever.
you just
All right,
keep
I think
bringing it
you've
out, it just
already
gets crazy,
reached
just
out.
cut them off. And then whoever really wants communications, wants to be a part of the organization, will rejoin.
Yeah, I think, we're not desperate for people. We want members, but I think people want to, should be showing that they're interested in being members and making the
Yeah.
effort to do so. So, okay,
Patricia,
yeah, I think, okay.
Just to add on to that point, it's not like if we take them off and then they realize and they're like, oh, wait, I still want to be a member. It's not like we're going to say, nope, you can't
Yeah.
join.
You've
Right.
got
You
it.
just pay and you go right back on.
Yeah.
So I think you've reached out considerably and made a lot of effort, and it's in their court.
I will the next year, because I have to send one out every year to remind. I will say if you don't, rejoin by such a date, you will be removed.
Yeah,
I'll do
that's
that
good.
next year,
Yeah.
right,
that's
Paul?
good. That is very
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
That sounds great. I just want to add, I did ask Pat to give us a count of how many people came to the last meeting for the planned sale and everything going on. 87, I think that's some kind of a record. That's almost 90.
That's excellent.
A lot of people filling up our room, and I think that's a credit to all of us and the work we're putting into this. So I just wanted to note that. So
Mhm.
yeah, good for us, right, Joanne? Good for us. Okay, and thank you, Pat. Okay, the next one is programs. Jenny isn't here. I didn't hear from her, so I don't know what that's about. But Jenny did do nobly. There was a mix-up at the last meeting. As you know, it was a scheduling problem, and Anthony thought he was on for June and Jenny thought he was on May speaker. So whatever it was, she had to hustle and she got us a very interesting woman. I actually thought she was a little unusual, but very fascinating about the Gold Coast mansions and whatnot. So Jenny has been trying very hard. People have been sending suggestions for speakers, and Jenny really does act on any suggestions made. Now I know she has everybody through this year, but if you have ideas, keep them coming, send them directly to Jenny, and so she knows your suggestions. The next thing is publicity outreach, and I didn't hear from Kathy. It surprises me. So I don't know if there was a communication problem or what, but publicity outreach, I think what Pat said is very valuable information, that it is Heritage Farms that we do very well with. You did say there was one from Planting Fields and one from Arbor Day at Planting Fields. Those were different things.
Yeah, I think, yes.
Yeah, okay. So that happens to be a very enjoyable one to do. It's looking like Farmingdale hasn't brought us, well, this year I think it was bad weather. I'm not sure we even got to go there, right? I think that got,
I did.
oh, you did?
I did on the first day,
Oh, yeah, I know there was
the
a,
morning of the first day. It
yeah,
wasn't raining.
yeah. And did people express interest?
In what? The
Oh,
sale or the,
and about, no, in our organization.
no, because they canceled it. They
Uh,
said we don't have to come.
uh,
So, I didn't talk it up. I
oh,
wasn't
okay.
there that long. I went in to buy something and
Oh,
left.
you were
So,
there as a customer. Ah, because I know I did it last year and it was very nice. And I thought there was a lot of interest and nothing came of it. So it may be that people who go to Heritage Farms, they're there for a lecture, which is a different thing, which may mean that they're much more
Yeah.
interested in learning about gardening and horticulture, not just buying things. So we could keep that in mind. So there really is nothing else to say about that.
Also, Farmingdale is during the week,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
not, and the Heritage Farms is on the weekend.
that's
So
true.
if people that are working, like I went once to Farmingdale, but I'm working. I can't go.
I see. That's a good point. Yeah. And okay, it's not the easiest one to go and set up or anything either, whereas Heritage Farms, we just show up with brochures. Very easy. Okay, now the competition is also Kathy, but I can tell you a little bit about that. And Marge and Barb Hempt, I don't think anybody else was at that. We had
Maureen,
oh yes, I
Maureen.
said Marge, yes, and Anne.
Yes.
But we had spoken about really dramatic, I may have said this last time, really dramatically reworking the competition in terms of categories and entries and a lot of things, but we're going to start in the fall. So we will be doing, I guess, a presentation, write-ups, whatever we have to do to inform people about that. So I don't think I have to go into it in detail now. Would you agree, those of you who were
Yeah,
involved?
that's,
I agree. We're running out of time.
Yes, okay, good. So moving right along. Okay, the next thing is merchandise. Patty, do we have updates?
Just, whoops, sorry, I touched something. Nothing since the last time. I mean, we made almost $300 on the t-shirts.
Yes,
Because I
that's
was there
great.
last month. And we made $60 on the ceramic seed labels. They look very pretty. I
Yeah,
purchased one of them and it really makes the pot look nice.
good, good. Can I just
Um,
say, I sent Ann a picture. Did you get it, Ann?
yeah, I put it in the newsletter.
And my three herbs and took a picture. They really look cute. So I think next
Yeah.
time we put them out, I'll bring that picture so you can see them used. Okay, so what I was thinking about that is if we're going to do a calendar, we had talked about that. We should get started, I think.
yes, yeah, that's true.
Right?
That is true.
Now we do have a committee in place to work on that. And
Do
that
we?
involves, right? The
Yeah,
merchandise committee is Connie and you, me, and Angela.
and Angela.
So maybe we could set up a meeting to start talking about that and how we would get pictures and photographs from members. I think that would be a very nice fundraiser. I personally
Absolutely.
think it would be good.
Okay.
Okay, so could we do
So
that?
I'll do that. The next couple of weeks are a little hectic for me, but I'll follow up by July. Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Me too. It's yeah, stuff. Okay, now I didn't put it on the list just as an oversight. Carlos and Connie, anything to say about welcoming?
It's fun.
Well, it's fun. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's really good. I think we have a lot to say, right, Connie? I mean, and the more we do things, the more things we have to say.
That's
Sometimes we
right.
have to move away, but we are good.
That's
Connie,
wonderful. Okay, do you have any problems we should know about?
Not really. I mean, if we have, honey, do you think we need a third person? Because sometimes when
Ah.
somebody comes, they want us to take him all the way to you, for example, or to see this and to see that. So we could just either take them physically, because there's a conversation that develops, and you want to make sure that they're comfortable and they know what we're
Yeah.
doing and all that. So it becomes like each individual becomes like we having a.
Well, if you would like another person, I think it would be nice to bring that up at the general meeting and ask for someone else to help.
Okay,
If you would agree with that.
Connie, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it'd be good.
Okay, then,
And also, if Patty, if somebody comes in and they're a new member, or they just joined the time before, if you could wave at us and say, "Make nice to this one,"
Right.
it would help.
Okay.
okay. All right, so, okay, so at the next meeting, ask for third person. Okay, good.
There's
Thank
a hand.
you.
There's a hand there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, Barb Hamped.
This is a
Yes.
question for Carlos or whoever is doing the pollinator garden, that Lindsay has, I
Oh,
Marge sent it to you, Carlos. They're having a public pollinator garden grant
mhm.
that we, take a look at. They're looking for a 200 square foot public garden.
Is that in Suffolk?
Benefits
It's,
local
yeah, that was,
pollinators. And it's something I can forward to you. I tried calling them to get their
There's a cat in the way.
yeah, that's bad. I can.
Well,
Oh,
Barb, may I interrupt for a moment? Several people did send that to me, and my concern was that it's strictly Suffolk. And if we're working, on many of the members live in Suffolk, but it would have to be a place in Suffolk, which I think wouldn't work as well for our members to get involved in. That was my concern. Carlos, did you have?
No, you're right. If it's in, I mean, right now even Glencoe is a little bit of a distance for our members.
Long Island, Lindsay.
I'm sorry, who was speaking is,
Bar.
oh, Barb, yeah.
Yeah, it's Long Island. I saw gardens. Okay, gardens must be located within Suffolk County.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
big problem. It's a great opportunity, but unfortunately, I don't think we can take them up on it.
Okay.
Marge, a comment?
And it has to be a public access area.
It's
Hmm.
So like, it had, you would have to find a sponsor or a place where you could do this. It would take a little work to find either a town that has a space or a veterans home garden or something,
Mhm. Yeah,
So we table that.
yeah, okay. All right, thanks, Barb, though, because that
Yeah,
really
but
was very enticing. It was really
Thank you.
bad.
Thank you, Barbara.
Yeah,
spot.
okay.
We haven't gone into spots. If we find one in Suffolk, to consider this.
Well,
Okay.
if we decide to do more than one, and expand, I would say, but my primary concern would be something accessible to all our members, and Nassau is kind of central for people from, Queens like me, but Nassau and Suffolk. So let's keep exploring possibilities. Yeah. So,
Okay.
thank you. Carlos, you're still on History Committee?
History, yes. Nothing much had happened. I am trying to recruit a gentleman that is very into history. I think he's one of Pat Martin's friends. So I am
No, it
going
has
back.
to be somebody else. She's looking puzzled. I think I know who you mean. Could it
Yes.
be Kathy's friend? I think
You
it
know, it was
his friend.
Patricia, it was Pat Martin. Wasn't that your friend that
I
he's
didn't, I'm sorry, I stepped away. I didn't hear the beginning of,
we're in the history report,
yeah.
and the gentleman that I think you was it you?
No, mm-mm.
It was Kathy, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yes, it was Kathy.
Kathy Redinger.
Kathy, yeah. So
Yeah.
I am going back and forth with him on the emails, and actually I have to just get the whole package together. We still need a recording secretary because Garvey was our recording secretary at that point.
Mm.
So there is nothing much to say for now. I think it's
Yeah.
going to take a little while
Yeah,
to really
you had
develop.
some problems with people. I know Eileen had her
Yes,
very
Eileen has to leave
unfortunate
us.
accident. And there was something, oh, Barbara Levine
Yeah,
was unable to come. She had an illness in the family. So, yeah, so we need to get your group up and
a little more
or at
put
least
together.
walking. Right, okay, thank you. Now travel, Joanne, well, you've kind of told us about the trip. Is there anything else we should know?
No, the deposits, I mean, the balances was supposed to be in, I think, today. I have to check again. But I sent an email a few days back reminding everybody. And the company also sent emails out. So I think everything's okay. I'll double check again, but it should be 16 people.
Mhm.
And people could do their own insurance, their own travel insurance or their own airfare if they rather not do it through Gate One. So, it's pretty flexible and I think should be
And
good.
it sounds
Feel-
like a great trip.
Yeah,
Sounds wonderful, and I'm
yeah, I'm
sure.
already thinking about the next one.
Yeah, well, good, great. Okay, so thank you very much for that, Joanne. People are going to love it. Now, Anne had asked me to make as an item the nominating committee. It concerns Carlos, Levy, and Eileen, but Anne, I think you should explain.
No, I'm not gonna
No?
explain. It's
Oh,
their job,
okay.
not mine.
Oh,
I
okay.
just want to keep them on track.
Oh,
So
well, then that's
Yes.
what I meant by
Report.
explaining. Just, yeah, just that, just.
Yep, you're just gonna do, keep us, let us know who you've got to fill the seats. And how the slate is coming along.
I have Andrea Gibson, and I was talking to Anne about this. Like when I started, I was a guest to one of our meetings, so I was wondering if we could actually ask and allow Andrea to come as a guest in one of our meetings, so she could see how the whole thing is. Maybe
Any
in the
member
next.
can, any member can,
Yeah,
Okay, so
right? Yeah, that's in the bylaws. A member can be invited to attend, and that's a very good idea if she would like to get a feel
Yes,
for the meeting.
I already spoke to Anne about the date, and I'm going to ask Andrea to see if she could join us then.
Okay,
So I could
excellent.
be responsible for one nominee. I don't know who else has to get nominees.
Could you remind
Okay,
us
so
what
the whole
position-
committee gets nominees. You, Levy, and Eileen, and then you have to get 2 members from the general membership to be on your committee, and the 5 of you look for people to fill the slots. That's how the nominating committee operates.
Levy, you want to get someone?
Yeah, I haven't asked anybody yet, but yes, well, I guess I will have to do it the next meeting because then we break for the summer.
Okay, and Eileen, perhaps also we get someone. And
I don't,
then
what positions am I supposed to be filling?
3 directors.
That's what we are, aren't we?
Yeah, you guys are directors, but there's 3 directors that need to be replaced. So Diane Garvey
Okay.
was one of them. Levy's coming off the board. And I'd have to look up the third one. And Ann Cognato left the board. So there's 3 director spots that need filling.
And Cognato
So
has
I'm not
been
coming off the board?
What?
I'm not coming off the board?
Not unless you want to.
No, I couldn't remember if I was. I didn't remember, so. I'll stay on the
You-
board. It's
I
fine
mean,
with
you
me.
can stay on the board. You're
Yeah.
not timed out, but Levy is timed out. He served 3 consecutive terms.
Uh-huh.
Ah,
So,
okay.
yeah, so
Okay.
those are the 3 spots that need to be filled.
Okay, so no
All right.
officers, in other
Yeah,
words.
no,
Okay.
we took a show of hands at one of the board meetings. All the officers are staying.
Good. Okay. Very good. All right, thank you. As long as you're on, Ann, did you have anything to say about webmaster, newsletter, anything?
Everything's good.
Okay, very good.
All
Nice
right, Ann.
report. Great
No.
report.
Speed right past me. I did have one thing to mention about hospitality, but I talked to
Yeah,
her.
go ahead. I'm sorry. I should have.
That's
listened.
okay.
No, go ahead.
But
I talked to Maria. So because I wasn't at the May meeting, we're gonna go through the supplies that we need for the meetings. Because now that we're having more people attend the meetings, we're going to have more supplies. So yeah, I'll go through the cabinet and see what we need and then we'll order.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. And the reason I'm letting it go over, Carlos, is the last segment hardly had anything, and these reports just have to be completed. And the only one remaining is the Greenery Boutique March. Is there anything you'd like to add about that?
No, we'll do it for the upcoming meeting in June.
That should be wonderful. Thank you. I thank you all because that's always so beautiful. I'm always there shopping. I just want to mention that. And last time I had a couple of people recovering, well, one person in particular recovering from surgery, and that was just so great to be able to make a beautiful hand-created arrangement. So I appreciate the work you do. Okay.
These are my peonies that are blooming.
Oh, God.
Wow.
They're
Beautiful.
Oh,
magnificent.
the
They're
color.
amazing.
Wow.
That's a great color.
And they
Yeah.
smell.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they'll all be done by the meeting.
Well, I know what you mean.
No,
Mine
I
are
love mine
fading
are all
now.
blooming too. I have them all around the house.
I
Yeah,
love, and
especially now that it gets hot out. They
yeah,
just,
today was
turn to
bad for
crepe paper.
everything. Yeah.
Well,
Connie,
temperature's
what,
also-
it was you, right, who brought those huge yellow peonies? No, who was it? Who? Eileen, did you?
It wasn't a board member.
No. Oh, well, God, they were gorgeous. They were dinner plate size.
Wasn't it Barbara Levine?
Oh, maybe.
Yes,
I think that's right. Yeah, and it was a prize
They
winner.
were
I think.
dahlias.
Oh, they were dahlias this
Yeah.
early?
A
No,
very
it was-
special
it was-
dahlia.
I thought they were
Dahlias?
peonies.
No, they were
They're
peonies.
peonies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but Ronnie, because you said I love your dahlias and Barbara said, no, they're peonies.
Right. Oh, so that's where all the misinformation started from you,
Right.
as usual. Okay, thank you. So that is it for committee and secretary reports. Thank you all. I only really had 2 things. Joanne, did you want to talk about the picnic?
Sure, why not? I sent
5
an
minutes.
I sent an email out and a lot of people responded, which is nice. I'm having a meeting before our June 22nd meeting about at 11 o'clock. So this way, I figured people are going to be there anyway. Why not talk about it? Just affirm what people want to do and that kind of thing. What else? Yeah, I think that's about it. There's nothing
Okay, it's
really
going to be
going.
great fun. So we're going to put out a sign-up sheet at the June meeting.
Yeah, we could.
Well, don't
Well,
you
I think
need?
I have enough. I don't know. We have. I think we have
No,
enough.
no, I mean people coming, Joanne. Don't you need
Oh,
a number
yes,
to know
yes.
about
And I
food
think
order?
we should collect money. I was going to talk to you about that.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
usually send an email out and then they
Yes,
can
I'll send a
check
blast
Maria.
about that. Yeah.
That's how we
Okay.
did it last year. We send I
Right.
don't send a check to Maria's house with her address and we can collect money. Maybe we have somebody that can do that at the meeting. That would be good
Okay.
to
All
collect
right.
money for the pick.
Same
Okay.
price?
So do
I'll
you
ask
want
one
me
of my
to
volunteers.
include that in the
What was
newsletter?
the price?
Working on the newsletter tomorrow. So if you want them to bring money, I need to put
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I would say
Not everybody has checks, I've learned.
I know. Ask them if they want to bring cash or checks to the June meeting. And yeah, and it's the same price as last year, $10 a person, 15 for a guest.
Wow, that's
And
Oh,
that's
good.
just
very
to
good.
cover the food, right?
That's just to cover the food. And then people are going to bring, we're asking people the same as last year to either make a side dish, like a pasta salad or whatever, or a dessert, and
Yeah, I
we'll have
included that.
water.
And
Yeah, water, coffee, tea. We'll have a station like we
right.
did last
And
year.
is Eileen
And
our corn lady?
yeah,
Yes,
very
Eileen.
excited.
yes,
Somebody said
I'll
we have a
do the
corn.
corn again.
Oh,
Did you
that
see
was
the
a high
email?
point. Yeah.
Eileen, did you
But
see
yeah,
the email I sent out?
yes, I did.
Somebody
But
said to me, there's a corn. They just joined. They're like, you actually have
oh,
corn on the cob committee? I'm like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have a whole
Okay,
committee,
that's great.
shucking and the whole thing.
yeah,
Well,
I don't remember how many ears of corn were in that bag, but I'll find out when they're not open yet.
Yeah, that
The
could be
Too,
delicious.
the place.
My
too
God,
early, I guess.
well,
delicious.
thank you. That is a treat.
It is.
Yes.
Well, it was picked that morning. That's why.
Oh gosh,
Wow.
yeah.
That's why it was so
That
good.
was delicious, actually.
Yeah.
Delicious corn.
Yeah. So I am
Something to
looking
think
forward to that, Joanne. So send any information. Well, as we get closer to the meeting in June,
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot that
I'll
we need
send.
somebody
What
to,
is the
I'm sorry.
I'm
what's the
sorry.
date for the picnic?
It's July 19th. It's a Saturday. Rain or shine,
Okay.
go to the gazebo. I forgot on the list to put somebody that comes in entry table and signing names, but I spoke to Ava Greco. She doesn't get emails, so I spoke to her yesterday and she goes, "Oh, I'll do that." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
Yeah, she always does say that. She's great. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So she
Okay.
said she'll do
Okay.
so
Okay, good. Very good. So that's something to look forward to. The final thing, Kathy was planning to do a tutorial about the Master Gardener programs and how to become and etc. And she contacted people and found that there is a bit of chaos and a need to get some acts together, but by the fall they should. So she is hoping to do it at a fall meeting. Eileen, did you want to say something? I saw the, oh,
No.
no, okay, all right. So I just want you to know that she would have spoken about it briefly. She did talk about it at our last meeting. I am looking forward to that. And I forgot, we didn't talk about, as another small fundraiser, the banner on the bottom of the newsletter. And Anne, you said we would need somebody to volunteer to work on that, to get the information on how much, reach
So,
out to
right.
people. Okay, so I'm going to ask about that at the next meeting unless somebody here is available to do it. I know we're all overloaded, our lives are crazy, but if one of us cannot, then we'll ask the group. So, okay, so that will have to be a to be continued. I'm just writing ask at meeting.
2 minutes.
Well,
We did
that's
good.
it for me. Does anybody else have anything?
No.
Who's speaking? Eileen? Yes.
Yeah, I said no.
Oh, okay. Well, you can see how tired I am. I've had yesterday was a long day.
Early. It's only 8:35.
Isn't that lovely? I am reading a wonderful Agatha Christie mystery for a class and can't wait to get back to it. So that's my evening. I thank
Which one?
The Affair at Styles.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
I
taking
know that one.
do not tell me how it ends. I'm in the middle.
I won't.
Okay. But
That was her
after
first book,
we
I
can talk
believe.
about it at the next meeting. So I thank you all. I think we covered everything well and efficiently. And I thank you all for your work and help and participation. And I will see you on June 22nd.
Well, who's going to
Okie
the
dokie.
Rose Garden? I'm
Oh,
going.
I am for sure. I
Me
couldn't
and
do
Jo-
it
Maybe
last
we see each
year.
other at the Rose Garden.
Yes.
Yeah, she said her roses are
Oh, you mean Angela's garden?
Yeah.
Yes, Sunday,
I'm
June
going to
8th.
that.
Sunday.
Yeah, I
That's
sent
true.
out another blast today. She asked me
Saw
to
that.
send a reminder. And so I will see some of you on Sunday. That's great. So, anybody move to adjourn the meeting?
I vote to adjourn the meeting.
I second
Okay.
it.
And Carlos seconded, so all in favor of adjourning the meeting? That's, may I just say, a silly vote, but okay, just.
Okay, I'm
Have a
stopping
great weekend,
recording.
everyone.
Okay.
You too.